Hey guys, it's Roscoe, and on the Space Cat Show we're going to be having a quick first look at this, Imagining Ground Zero, by Susan Stevens with Ian Luna and Ron Broadhurst from the Architectural Record. Obviously, I was in New York last week. I actually picked this up in a charity shop in Bromley today for £3. I thought, given I was just there, and given I stayed literally right next to the site, it'd be good to have. So let's see. We have this. I do remember these. I think this is the Norman Foster design for the Kissing Towers. And this was another version where they essentially were open. It was all open. It wasn't closed in. There is just a map of downtown Manhattan. Obviously the towers are around about here. You see Battery Park there. One of the early proposals for the Freedom Tower. So many design iterations it went through. You see there, I think one of the Gehry designs, possibly that's Bilbao, I'm not sure. Oh, it's the Disney Concert Hall in Los Angeles. So let's just see. There's one of course, the World Trade Center. I was fortunate enough to go to the old World Trade Center back in 1992, just before I started my year at the University of Minnesota in the US. And I got to go to the top of it, and the views were amazing. Obviously, on my Insta now, there's the pics I took from the top of the observatory this trip, and they're very similar, but obviously slightly different positions. So what else do we have? Ah, yes. Designs for the Path Station, the Westfield Optus, and this is essentially exactly what it looks like now. It's just incredible. You walk in and it's like you're in some movie set. It's just stunning. It really is. There's another potential. I also remember this design as well, when it had the very tall spire. Let's see, skip a bit. Yes, there is that design again. Really liked that design. Thought that would have been a really good one. But well, and I remember this kind of like crosshatch or hashtag building, whatever you would call it. And there's just some plans of Lower Manhattan with possible designs for buildings. Now, some of the designs in here, there's official ones, unofficial ones, all that sort of thing. So something like this, obviously this never got built. It kind of looks a bit like that part of the wreckage of the World Trade Center that was left standing, that was literally just a couple of the mounts. Some more design there. What else do we have? This almost looks like something from that old book Futuropolis, doesn't it, that we reviewed some time ago. And some more here. I know they went through so many iterations with loads of low-rise buildings, buildings that didn't go over about 60-odd stories, people who wanted it to be redesigned, rebuild them exactly the same or taller. There's an iteration, for instance, obviously you see this version of it here. I'm sure there's a building very much like this somewhere, I think in Dubai or Shanghai, one of those 10 million people cities in China you've never heard of. There is, of course, the aftermath of the event. We all remember where we were when we first heard. It was like the end of the world. And when you hear people say it was like watching something out of a film, that's exactly what it was like if you're too young to remember the event itself. It was just, you could not believe what you were seeing. Now, obviously, there was the Towers of Light in the days and weeks after. There was a very nice memorial shining beams into the sky, which is very moving. And there's this interesting design also. Perhaps in 100 years' time, we'll be building buildings like that. That's like something out of The Expanse for New York in there. So I think that is just about it. Anything else? Just here. One last view of some of the areas around there. So yes, I thought it'd be good after being on that trip to pick this book up. Obviously, very important book in anyone's collection. The events that happened there still reverberate today and will do so for decades to come at least. But yes, that's just our first look at Imagining Ground Zero. I'm sure we shall go through it in depth in due course. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for a topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.